some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking downfield on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Tigers heading quickly to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look,
going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Another incompletion on third down.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Ready to fire from the pistol. Here's the handoff. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into the season. I love how they line him up all over the field. And as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got his man.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
On third and short, the power run here. Oh, he's got some space. The 30, the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. The run from the shotgun. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. He wants to change this route. Rides the back and leaves it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your...
Throws toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll try to run for it. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. They want to get this defense on its heels. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, it's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. Just get in trouble when you try.
LSU quick to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They want to run it left here. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They are going to try to get that established in this game.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Motion from the wideout. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Now facing a third and long. Making side adjustments here. He unleashes a long one. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse. One job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Got enough for the first down. Punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab down the middle. Oh, there's an alley to the left. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Set, ready. Using his feet. And he'll race it to
what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense, we always talk about offense, but man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. Brings it to the open. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they.
And it's picked off for the third time today.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run the jet sweep, trying to spread this defense out. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Texas A&M going quickly.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack. But no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the
Trying to catch them napping, fake spike, and now he'll throw it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears-like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms.
Makes the grab deep. There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All
right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan-Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Notre Dame. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a deep man. Wide open. He makes the catch. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Got the 1st down himself. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Wants to adjust the pattern. Lets it fly. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. What a job to lay out and make the catch. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
It'll be 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, they're able to get the negative play. Great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Going over the top. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Thanks to grab. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Handoff to the lone back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Tigers will hustle to the line. He's got it again. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. From the red zone, looking for a man. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. This drive will open from the 15. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Kramer. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Aggies. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking to scramble. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before half. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Aggie.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. They've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
And the extra point splits the uprights. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game. Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
To the ground with the back. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, better look out! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quickly complete. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Get it out on the screen. There he goes. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker is Akbar. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's good for fighting Texas Aggies. A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And he just threw that one away. a safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Touchdown, Aggie! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Old Dominion has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 21 to Western Kentucky. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He's got him this time. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to make that, turning it on. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Gives it on the option. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. LSU right back to the line. The give on the option. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Hauls it in. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Looking to throw on first down. Scrambling away. Into the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Akbar. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Takes the grab right down the middle. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Rides the back and leaps on the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Zings it complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Quarterback making checks. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for a pretty good job of it.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. Quick strike through the air for the score. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game spot.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab on the left side. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He's moving out of the pocket. He'll take another shot here. Snags it down the right side. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got him. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly. LSU quick to the line. Looking to throw again. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. His 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Takes it the other way. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the 4th sack of the day. This defense have had some bright moments, but they've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback, but keep that coverage intact in the back end.
And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. A 3rd down try for the offense. He's looking downfield to throw. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just...
And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock.
Sends it downfield. He's got it inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. To the air on first down. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Brought down at the 11 as he was trying to find enough room to take it back for the pick six.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Safe completion on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Boom. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Army has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the hallowed grounds of West Point. They're up by a field goal over Wyoming. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. These DBs going to give a little cushion. He wants a big play here late. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
He's taking a deep shot. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And they'll take a knee on fourth down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. That was hardly a performance worthy of a #1 team in the country, and now they have to look themselves in the mirror and see if they can get this thing right.
Yeah, they got hammered. Like, this was not competitive. This was a bad performance. And the committee watches every single week. And being the #1 team in the country, obviously you got some pressure on you, but this squad's got to perform better. They got to show up, man. This was an embarrassing loss. And, Jesse, they're going to have to get some things fixed if they want to go try to compete for the ultimate prize.
I think the problem, if you're the head coach of this former #1 team, is that you've got a lot of problems to solve. What went wrong? Because they never even showed up. They didn't even look motivated in this game, and they got dominated.